Hi, welcome back to Tom's Woodworking. Today is part 2 of the kitchen cabinet build, and that is the actual installation of these cabinets. If you can use a drill, a level, and a tape measure, then you'll have no issues installing your own kitchen cabinets, and at the same time saving you lots of money. Alright, now that you've seen the actual finished product, let's get into how I actually install these. Right, again, welcome back. So the first thing I'm doing here is I'm checking the level of the top of my wall. I apologize if the video's been cut out. I didn't notice it while I was working.
All right.
After determining that the left side of the ceiling wall is a little lower than the right side, and I measure off 24.5 inches from that ceiling. Once I made my mark, I take my laser level and stick it on the corner of my wall. For some people didn't know that, when drywall's joined at the corner, there's a metal strip there underneath and magnets stick. Even though I'm very sure that the laser's level, I always like to double check. Now I take my stud finder, I'm just finding the locations of the studs. And I measure each mark, and we're on 16 inch on center. Just took a piece of scrap here, and I'm gonna put align the top edge with the laser, and then I'm gonna have something to lean my cabinets on while I screw. I line up the top edge of that board with my laser line. I drive in a few screws just to secure it in place. This is just a temporary ledge for me to lean my top cabinets on. Now I'm gonna have, when I put my cabinets up, it'll sit on here. I'll screw in the cabinets, and then I'll remove that after. So I take my first cabinet, and I'm leaning it right on the ledge. It's much easier to hold in place. Once my first cabinet's up and semi-secured, I proceed with the center cabinet. Once the boxes are in place, I use clamps to hold them together, ensuring that the faces are flush. Then I secure the boxes with screws. This makes both boxes act as a single unit. And now for the last cabinet. It's pretty snug. I give it a good push. Then up and over the ledge. Perfect. Once all the boxes are in place, I use clamps once again to secure the boxes together, ensuring that all the faces of the cabinets are flush. Once all 3 boxes are secured together with screws, they will act as one unit. Now it's time to finish securing the cabinets to the wall. I use my laser level lined up with the top screw. Makes it just a lot easier. You really don't need a laser level for this. Yeah, you can just use a regular square. But laser levels now are really not expensive, and I think it's a really valuable tool to have in your toolbox. It makes things much easier. Once everything is screwed down and the top shelves are well secured, now is a good time to clean out the melamine. Again, for some people who don't know this, melamine is actually the coating on the board itself. A lot of people misinterpret melamine as what you buy at Home Depot, because typically at Home Depot, if you shop for melamine, you'll get particle board with that smooth finish, which is the melamine coating. from my cabinets, if you've seen the build, it's a plywood core with a very small veneer of MDF, followed by a coating of melamine. The melamine actually makes the kitchen cabinets clean much easier. Once everything's clean, I proceed with installing the cabinet doors. With these soft close recessed hinges, very easy to do. They were already assembled when I installed the hinges, so it's just literally like you click it in place. What I like about these hinges is that it's very easy to adjust. All you really need is a Phillips head screwdriver to make slight adjustments. All right, so yeah, the top cabinets are assembled, and at this point I'm really excited and happy about it. Yeah, that went together a lot easier than I originally thought. I do a quick sweep and get ready to install my lower cabinets. So this is a base I've made for my cabinets, made of melamine. The overall height of those pieces are 3 inches. The 2 center cross members will support where the cabinets meet. Again, I added a link to Brett's Woodworking. This is where I got my idea for using a separate base instead of an integrated toe kick. Another good reason to use this method when you can is that it's much easier to level. So all you got to do is level the base first. You have access to all the sides where you can shim. And once that's all level, the rest is just sitting the boxes on top. Here I'm checking the level to determine where I need to shim. So I determined that I needed to shim the left side, so I use a couple plastic shims. Once I have those shims in place, I recheck the level, and when I'm satisfied, I screw the base into the wall. Alright, now that my base is level and secured to the wall, it's time to put the lower cabinets on. I started with the right side, and I worked my way to the left. The space was a little too tight, so I decided to change the order in which I'm placing them. I figured it'd be easier if I had both corners in place and then finished with the center cabinet, which is what I did, and it worked very well. Once the cabinets are in place, I repeat the same process as I did with the top and secure each box with clamps and screws. Yeah, by the way, I really enjoy making these videos. If you like my content, go ahead and subscribe. I try to put out a project at least twice a month when I can. I do this as a hobby. I do have a full-time job outside of woodworking, but yeah, this is a really good hobby, and I really enjoy delivering these videos to you. Also, let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions of how I should be delivering, or how better I could deliver my content. The biggest issue I've found so far with my videos is really the filming of it. It's being actually a new content creator, trying to build and making sure the camera can see you by yourself all the time is pretty, I would say, pretty difficult. It'd be much easier if I had someone with me to film me, but that's not the case. So I'll keep creating and improve as I go. All right, once all the lower cabinets are secured, I do the same as I did on the top. I use the laser level to locate my studs, and then I proceed with driving screws through the back of the cabinet. Finally, secure the lower cabinets to the base with a few screws. All right, again, once everything's secured, I go ahead with wiping the interior of my cabinets with a clean rag to clean any debris. This is a good time when there's no doors on it. And once everything's all wiped down, I go ahead and start installing the doors. Same process as on top. You align up the hinges with the plates and you just click them together. That easy. All right, so here's the finished product. I apologize, I didn't include installing the countertop on top. The countertop, however, is very straightforward. I pre-made it in the shop in my last video, and it just fits snugly in that space. I sat the countertop onto my lower cabinets and secured it from underneath. And as you can see, the doors are closing well, and they're soft close hinges, so they won't make noise in the morning when you're making coffee and slam the door. Hey, thanks a lot for watching. Hit the subscribe button, the like button, and also the notifications. I don't always post on regular times, so whenever I do post, you'll be notified for my new video. Again, thank you for the support, and I'll see you in my next video.